What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber as always, guys. Welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, this is supposed to be my first video today, but I'm just now getting to it. This is about a huge or major takedown of two Bronx gangs in New York that were dismantled recently, in which 34 people from two different gangs allegedly were arrested. Now I'm gonna go ahead and show you this video, and I'm gonna come back because I mean this stuff right here is it's sad to see, man. But I want you to pay attention to a couple of things that I'll bring light to when we get back and I do my speaking part of this video. Take a look.
Well, now to an exclusive you'll see only right here on Fox 5.
We were there, and the only TV crew along for what police call the takedown of some of the most violent gang members they've ever seen.
All right, Lisa Evers joins us now with her exclusive look with the NYPD. Lisa.
Well, Steve and Natasha, we had that firsthand look at how the NYPD is bringing alleged gang members who terrorized their own community to justice. And now the Bronx DA says they've been charged in a 176-count felony indictment. Nay Benz, police say you're a trigger puller. Police say you're a trigger puller. Is that true? What? Police say you're a trigger puller. Is that? We're here at a secret undercover location in the Bronx where NYPD detectives are getting ready to launch a manhunt for nearly 24 gang members wanted for serious felonies, including murder. It's a Lisa Evers exclusive. It's before dawn on Wednesday, but NYPD detectives from the Gun Violence Suppression Division, called GVSD for short, are joined by detectives from Bronx precincts and warrant squads for this important mission. Their mission? Stopping the reign of terror caused by teens, young men, and a few women who engage in running gun battles with their opposition or ops at all hours of the day and night, no matter who's in the way, right in their own community.
These cases are the single most impactful reason that shootings trend downwards.
The targets are 20 members of the Slattery gang based out of Slattery Playground in the Fordham section of the Bronx.
If you come around from 2 on, that's when it fills up with all the gangs.
Investigators say they're responsible for more than a dozen shootings and attempted murders.
It's almost like they were competing with each other to see who could shoot more times.
The Slattery crew, also known by other names like Slaughtery and S-Block, allegedly took aim at their main opponents or ops, other young people, for no good reason. Investigators say the hatred is fueled by inflammatory disses about murdered ops and drill raps posted on social media. That's aspiring drill rapper Nay Benz, who police say is one of the gang leaders. The average age of the case subjects is 20. Teen girls are trigger pullers too, like the shooter in this video, says Deputy Inspector Craig Edelman.
They're shooting at each other with a yellow school bus filled with kids in between them.
Making the community safe again is their passion and purpose. For takedown leader, Detective Brandon Ravello, it's personal. This is where he grew up. A lot of the subjects are wanted for being active trigger pullers, so they're asking us to put on these bulletproof vests before we go out to the locations once the manhunt gets underway. We're on the highway now as part of the caravan going to the first destination. These detectives know exactly who they are looking for because all of the subjects in this case have been pre-indicted by a Bronx grand jury. Officers go into the building, every detail and movement planned in advance. Right now, the detectives are inside the building going into the apartment where they have a search warrant to apprehend the suspect. Sergeant Christopher Neal is in constant communication with team members, making sure everyone gets in and out safely.
In recent history, we've seen that impact takedowns or takedowns of this magnitude have a profound impact on the community.
What's going on here?
I love you, babe.
A female suspect who's 8 months pregnant is brought out in handcuffs from an apartment. What's going on? Why did they pick you up?
We are here executing a search warrant on Theobald Avenue in the Bronx in regards to a drive-by shooting that happened in a public school playground.
Bronx District Attorney Darcel Clark announced a 176-count conspiracy indictment against the alleged gang members for everything from attempted murder to robbery and weapons possession. More than a dozen guns were recovered, including some from the takedown.
We're going to stay at this no matter what, no matter how long it takes. We are laser focused on making sure that we keep the public safe.
They are absolutely firing bullets without remorse or regret and without regard of anybody that's around.
This is one of the most violent crews that I've seen. You made our streets, our communities into a battlefield, and there's no excuse for that.
The team members believe their efforts are a step forward in making people feel safe again.
Today, I think, is a victory for the community. Anytime you have a gang that claims a territory inside of a park where children play, it has all the potential for tragedy.
So you're not a trigger puller?
No, I don't pull no triggers.
Now, as bad as it looks, all the defendants are presumed innocent until proven guilty. Keep in mind that everyone accused in this case is under the age of 25. Many of them are just 20 years old or less. And the defendants are found guilty of these crimes. If that happens, they could spend more than a decade, sometimes 2 decades, behind bars. That's the latest. Back to you guys.
Yeah, fascinating glimpse into how it all works. Thanks, Lise. All right.
I want to read this small paragraph that gives details about this situation and what brought this alleged gang takedown to come to fruition. And it reads as follows. The streets in the Bronx are safer tonight. A nearly 2-year investigation led to the takedown of 2 different gangs blamed for at least 20 shootings in the borough, according to officials. The Bronx District Attorney's Office and members of the NYPD arrested 34 alleged gang members and associates in total. In the first case, dubbed Operation Slaughtery, 20 people, including 5 teens, were indicted in a conspiracy that includes 14 shootings in Fordham Heights, Kingsbridge, High Bridge, and Morris Heights. The crew, known as Slattery, aka Slaughtery Gang, held reigns near Slattery Playground and East 183rd Street. District Attorney Darcel Clark says the attacks began in 2020 when at least half of the defendants were under 17 years of age. Sadly, they ruined their own lives and weakened and wreaked havoc in their own communities. And we are simply just not going to take it anymore, said Clark. Operation Muddy Waters, which is the second thing that they ran simultaneously, led to the arrest and indictment of 14 alleged gang members and associates of the 1300 gang, named after 213th Street in the Wakefield neighborhood. The gang held territory at the Gun Hill houses and is connected to at least 6 shootings. In 2 separate shootings, bullets hit an innocent 73-year-old woman and a 15-year-old girl as they got off an MTA bus. The investigation was launched after members of the 1300 gang committed a violent robbery on off-duty New York NYPD officer Mohammed Chowdhury, who was jogging in his Castle Hill neighborhood in 2022. Investigations say alleged members used social media to threaten rival groups and release drill rap videos on YouTube to mock murder trials and brag about shootings. 15 handguns were recovered throughout the investigation. Before I go into, my opinion of this whole thing, I wanted to read you that paragraph because I wanted you to pay attention to something. It said up here, the investigation was launched after members of the 1300 gang committed a violent robbery on New York Police NYPD officer Mohammed Chowdhury, who was jogging his Castle Hill neighborhood in 2022. Now, there were all these different things going on and crimes from these people, right? Only did the investigation take off in 2022 when a cop got shot. Y'all peeped that? You peeped that? This is why kids out here getting in trouble, because they started this when they were 17 years old. They started acting a fool. Only until a cop got caught did everybody start taking it personal. These are innocent civilians on the street getting shot. A 73-year-old lady and a 15-year-old girl just getting off the bus. Barrage of gunfire caught in the cross. I'm going to tell you something, man. Like I've been saying, we are our own population control. Said alleged members use social media to threaten rival gangs and release drill rap videos on YouTube to mock murder rivals and brag about shootings. We fight over the fucking stupidest shit. And people get mad when you say something because somebody look like me. And you call out the bullshit that's right in front of your face like the biggest elephant in the smallest room. People say, when is it going to stop? Never. It won't stop until people that look like me start calling out people that look like me, regardless of whether you scared they're going to do something to you or not. You understand what I'm saying? We won't unify. You can go all around the world in other countries and ask them how they feel about American blacks. I guarantee you, if they kept it real, it'll hurt your damn feelings. Everybody fighting over race and shit over here and stuff. People forget how good we have it here. They do. And another thing is, people forget is this. America, race and all of that stuff is a big thing. You go to these other major countries that are threats and all this other stuff abroad to the United States, and we wind up going to war. If we ever get invaded, you think they're going to differentiate you from somebody else because of the color of your skin? No. They identify you by a landmass and where you come from. Go over to another country, say you're from America. They'll call you an American. They won't call you, hey, black guy, hey, white guy, hey, Spanish guy. They don't have time for that. They'll call you an American. These kids are young, 20 years old now, going to jail. Did you hear the BS? Oh, they might spend a decade in jail or maybe a couple of decades for shooting in public. You're going to give somebody 10 years. They laugh like it was nothing. Or like, oh man, we finally made it. We going to jail and we got our street credibility to one up. Really, it's worth that much. Once you pay attention, it's worth that much. You out here making rap videos and fighting over music, talking about people that is dead. What type of society is we in? Telling you, 30 years from now, shit's gonna be out of control. This is heartbreaking. They walked out of the thing and was laughing and screaming, shouting people out and stuff, chained at the wrist like slaves. And they was happy. One dude in the front sitting there like, you know what I'm saying? It's wild. Prison no joke, man. I've been there. There's death around the corner any given time, even if it's related to what you did or somebody else did, or it involves you or not. Who wants to live in a chaotic environment? And then what's crazy is they're locked up. People got a sense of relief that's false, in my opinion. These kids don't know how stupid they look. They thinking like, yeah, look at us. That's the part that's unsettling to me. You happy about going to fucking jail. While somebody making tens of thousands of dollars off of their dumb asses. How many people is that? Let's go back up here for a second, guys. Excuse me. For 34 people. In 2000, it was like $50,000 a year that they get paid for housing an inmate. You times $50,000. You times 50,000 times 34. That's a hell of a come up somebody making off of them just sitting idle like a shelf of dusty books. It makes no sense. You play yourself out. And it's like, man, that this false sense of reality got a lot of children in the same position that these kids are in. And they aren't really children. They got the mindset of adults with a just savage nature. And it's like they don't care. And I told you there are people out there that like doing dumb shit. There's your proof right there. They had a pregnant girl with them. They got girls wrapped up in that shit. Now I'm gonna tell you something. This is from my experience. I would never do a crime with a woman. Never. Never. Because they know how to interrogate people. And they know what to use, and they know how to interrogate women differently than they interrogate men. Then we've seen a million times, no matter what, the woman gonna get a lighter sentence because they gonna use her against the dude. That girl was 8 months pregnant. Love you, babe. Getting in the damn car about to go to jail. She had that baby. She can't have a baby in jail with her. So who's that responsibility is left on raising a child? Generation after generation, we're getting worse and worse and worse, and we're getting less and less human. And that's the sad part about it. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.